menopause? What is menopause? What are these women talking about? And then you get into bed next to your honey and you're like, oh, honey, step back. Like your body's too warm. Guess what, guys? That's your menopause. Yes. And most of you will go through it. Your testosterone levels are dropping. Did somebody forget to tell you? Did the doctors forget to tell you? Well, they forgot to tell us too.
This is your space to grow, glow, grieve, and get real. Welcome to the mic. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth.
Welcome back to You Can't Handle the Truth. My name is Natalie, and today we are talking about what? Menopause. Yes, this one is for all my men out there. You guys thought that you were going to get off easy, right? When you turned 40, 50. all you guys out there asking, what is menopause? What is menopause? What are these women talking about? And then you get into bed next to your honey and you're like, oh, honey, step back. Like your body's too warm. Guess what, guys? That's your menopause. Yes. And most of you will go through it. Your testosterone levels are dropping. Did somebody forget to tell you? Did the doctors forget to tell you? Well, they forgot to tell us too. So I want to read you something here. And this is a one of my truth tellers. She writes in this subreddit about her husband. And if you're a man out there, I want you to drop me a comment and tell us the truth. Share your story, because there are many men out there suffering that don't understand why they are suffering. And they're having hot flashes too. Did you know? Yeah. When your testosterone levels drop, you have or can have hot flashes and other symptoms too. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, so my truth teller here says, okay, this might be icky for some of you, but hold on. I've been in the throes of the female adult version of changing of arms, aka perimenopause, aka cougar puberty. I've never heard it called that before, but I like it. I'll take cougar puberty. How about you ladies? I prayed that my hubby would know how it felt. Chaos of thought, emotions, and hormones. Yes, we all know that our thoughts run wild when we hit menopause, when we hit perimenopause. Our emotions are out of control. Just ask that man sitting next to you. He'll tell you how out of control your emotions are. And your hormones are raging. And they're raging downwards, spiraling out of control. And your body is changing in ways you never thought it would. Much to my humor, she says, it finally hit. Hubby had 2 hot flashes and was floored. I promised to reverse that prayer since I was not specific enough. I was hoping for emotional abyss, and he got physical damnation. If you can't laugh, at least say a prayer for his soul as he waits for salvation. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. So she was hoping that he would go into the emotional abyss that most of us women go into, right? We're cranky, short tempered. Ask my husband. Oh, yeah, it's not pretty. And but he got hot flashes. And let me tell you, if your hobby or if you're a man out there having hot flashes, I do feel for you, because I know what it's like. Most women know what it's like. So, you know, thank you for joining in on the fun. So I'm gonna read some what some truth tellers have to say about this. And truth be told, right? Truth be told, it's not funny. It's really not funny. The issue is that when you go to the doctor, they don't talk to you about this. They don't, I don't know how many times I have explained to my husband what menopause is, and every time I explain it, he goes, "What's menopause?" And when he has a hot flash, I'm like, "That's menopause," and that's for simplicity, right? And menopause is is composed of so many other symptoms, and it's different for everyone, and we experience it differently. But menopause, I don't think these men were expecting that. How come? I'm sure your dads didn't talk to you about menopause. I'm sure, because men don't talk about this kind of thing. They have no idea. They just chalk it up to, I'm hot now, or it's probably, if anything, ladies, it's your fault he's hot because your body's too warm. All of a sudden, your body's too warm. No, honey, it's you. It's your it's your testosterone levels that's making you warm. So I'm going to read some comments here just to share. And I'm making light of this because I think we need to educate ourselves, right? Guys, get your testosterone levels checked. If you are over 40, your testosterone levels are dropping. They are. Facts. It's just facts. Human nature, it's biology. We can't do anything about it, but what you can do is find out what you can do for yourself. Maybe you can get testosterone replacement, but you need to talk to your doctor. I am not here prescribing anything to anyone because, testosterone needs to be taken under prescription, and also you need to have, if you have any health conditions, that needs to be monitored to see if it's okay for you. Because, for example, if you have a heart condition, if you have ever had a heart attack, testosterone replacement may not be for you. But talk to your doctor. So our truth teller here says, my husband started being really grouchy and also gained an old man tummy recently. We are 55. He also used to complain about me being too warm to sleep next to in bed. Now he is warm. I told him he needs to get his testosterone checked. My 18-year-old daughter and I are calling it menopause. That's going to be in the title of this video. Someone else says, love this. The phrasing of menopause, to be specific. I will be asking my spouse to get his hormones checked, as this seems to be a recurring thing. Exactly. So, ladies, you know that we're the ones that usually, if you have a husband or a partner, a boyfriend, whatever that you're living, that you are the one that helps to manage his health. So yes, I would recommend, definitely, start recommending, if you're noticing some of these symptoms, that if you're noticing that he's experiencing some of these symptoms, you want to recommend that he get his testosterone checked. It's an easy blood test, and testosterone replacement is a thing for men. Someone else says, interesting. My husband is now cold where he has always been in shorts and a tee and never got cold. Now our mild California winter, California winter has him in sweats and a hoodie over his head while I'm sweating in shorts and a tank. Let's see. I'm actually from Chicago, well, a suburb 40 miles away. The weather this time of year is, should we say, brutal. And I never did weatherize. Uh, Someone else says, Chicago area. Now that's a cold, that is gnarly. I also lived in the upper plains, so cold for so long. Central and southern Arizona summers are hard, even on the folks born there. Don't feel badly. Carry around baby wipes or clean damp washcloths against an ice pack and wipe down when the furnace blast hits you in the face. You likely will have already discovered taking cool showers before bedtime. That is, if you can get your water pipes to send cool water. Yeah, cool showers at night help, right? Because when you shower at night, it kind of cools you off, and then it will thwart away the hot flashes maybe. But at 3 a.m., there's nothing stopping those hot flashes. Let me tell you. Let's see. Someone else says, you may want to get him to the doctor to get his testosterone tested, of course, and to rule out anything else more serious, but good. Let them feel what it's like now. If only we could figure out how to transfer the labor pains to them. Ladies! Oh my goodness. Guys, could you handle it? Could you handle like carrying and delivering a baby? Oh, see, women get brutal in their 50s. They're just like, let's just transfer all the pain onto the men. ah. Someone else says, I never thought of his testosterone levels being off. Thanks for the insight. But I gotta tell you, I was LMAO laughing my ass off. He was he was saying, it is hot in here. Are you sure? Then the second time, are you sure it isn't hot in here? I wasn't having a hot flash either time, and I was just laughing because no, I don't feel the darn thing. Exactly. Like, okay. Hot flashes are a freaking personal summer. It's the craziest thing. And we all know if we've had them, ladies, you know, right? And I'm sure some of you men know, but maybe you didn't know what was happening. But now you know. If you're watching me right now, you understand what's happening because listen, I would be sitting and there are triggers for this too, right? There could be triggers. Alcohol is a trigger. Um, lighting can be a trigger. The heat can be a trigger. And ironically, like I could be sitting outside in the summer, right? And all of a sudden I would just start like beads of sweat would just start rolling down my face. And I was wondering like, why is everyone else sitting here with me? And it's hot. And I'm like, are you guys hot? And they're like, yeah, it's hot out. But they weren't like raining sweat. Like I was raining sweat while everyone else is just sitting around shooting the breeze. And I'm just like, where's the ice? Where's the cooler? Like stick me in a freezer right now. And so yeah, and it's a very personal thing and it can be depending on where it's happening. I mean, I was having my hot flashes. Some people have them at night and I occasionally still get them at night, right? And usually for me it's like that 3 a.m. thing. But before HRTs, oh my gosh, it was like anytime during the day. I just didn't know. Like I would just be sitting here and all of a sudden you feel like a rush of heat, right? And it's like somebody turned the furnace, exactly, turn the furnace on in your face and whew, you start sweating. So if you know, you know. And for you men out there who are experiencing menopause, go see your doctor. Go get your testosterone levels checked. And yes, go check to make sure that nothing else is going on, but definitely get your testosterone levels checked. Um, Someone else says, I think using both hubby and cougar puberty in the same post is what's getting the hate rather than the subject. Both terms are pretty bad. I don't know. I don't know. Is that bad? I didn't know that was bad. I don't know. Why is that bad? Hubby and I don't know. I guess she said, I disagree. Cougar puberty is the perfect way of explaining menopause. I thought so. I thought it was funny. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, I don't know why we get so uptight about everything. Everything is so like, um, everything has to be so politically correct. Listen, when you're having those hot flashes and it feels like a furnace is in your freaking face, there's nothing politically correct about that. Absolutely nothing politically correct about having beads of sweat rolling down your face. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Someone says, hubby isn't derogatory. Since when did the word hubby become derogatory? Listen, this generation is too much for me. I cannot. I don't think but it's cloying. I don't think it's but it's cloying and cringy. Cougar is not a term I use and I don't find it funny. Okay, well fine, don't use it. If you don't like the term, don't use it. I don't know why it's offensive. I don't know. Have you seen a cougar? Have you seen a cougar? I want to be fierce like a cougar. Why not? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. And you know what? If I didn't know it was derogatory, if someone didn't tell me it was derogatory, I would never know it. So if you said it to me in a derogatory way, I would just laugh it off and keep it moving. So what difference does it make? I don't know. People get so I digress here because the conversation went left about using the terms cougar and hubby. I cannot. I cannot. It's too much. It's too much. Anyway. Uh, Someone says, "What's a hot flash?" I'm 60 and still have never had one. See, I and then someone responded to her, oh my gosh, are you an anomaly? I'm so jealous. Tell me your secrets, a wise one. No, seriously, I'm in awe and help me as I refuse to do hormones. My mom did Depo-Provera and didn't hit menopause until 72. Um, so here's the thing about menopause, we're all different, right? So this woman's 60 and she never had hot flashes. There's nothing that says because you hit menopause that you have to have hot flashes. And that's why I talk in my other videos about so many other symptoms of menopause, because those other symptoms are also things that affect your health. And so it's not the hot flashes. Yes, the hot flashes, if you got them, they're the most annoying thing ever and it's so uncomfortable, right? But that's hot flashes does not equal menopause. It's not the only determinant of menopause, right? A lot of things you have skin changes, you have hair changes, you have um, libido changes, you have vaginal changes, a lot of things. You have bone density changes that occur because of your estrogen level drop. So listen, and testosterone has different effects on men. Maybe I'll do a whole different video on that for you, but definitely get tested. It's not it's really ironic that we think that, oh, like menopause is only related to hot flashes, because it's the symptom that is most outwardly visible, right? And the most annoying, because you could be in a public place and all of a sudden you're just drenched in sweat and you don't it's uncomfortable and it's embarrassing to find yourself like drenched in that way in such a short moment, and they come and go and you don't have any, it's something that you don't have any control over, for men and for women. We don't have control over that, but nothing says that that is the only determinant of menopause. So, and doesn't say that all the symptoms that I talk about on my channel related to menopause are not, not every woman will experience those symptoms. So, not every man will experience hot flashes, but many will. And there are many other symptoms of said menopause. So I'll do a separate video on that. So all in all, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're a man out there and you're having hot flashes, right? And if you're a woman out there and your husband is all of a sudden feeling the heat, he's in heat all of a sudden, and so to speak, you know, you talk to him about getting tested, because we as women often help manage the health of our husbands and our significant others. So definitely, it's good to know that finally, ladies, we're not alone. The men are actually here with us, and it's just that the doctors don't share this. We don't get very many doctors that share this information with us, and so as we're going through menopause and all these different changes that are happening, we're oblivious. And as men are going through menopause, so to speak, and their testosterone levels are dropping, they don't understand either all the changes that are going through, why they are a little bit grumpier, why they're having hot flashes or having some other changes that are occurring. And you know and so many this is the point in time where so many conflicts happen in relationships, right? Especially related to mood changes. And you're looking at each other going like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so grumpy? Why are you so grumpy? Why you you know and finally there's some type of there's some type of reasoning behind it, and maybe something that we can do, like getting tested, getting HRT, and even understanding what's happening helps us maneuver through this stage a little bit better. Because when you know, right? When you know what's happening, it's easier to give grace for what's happening, right? Especially it's biological. There's nothing you can do to change the biology of the changes that are happening other than using some HRTs to alleviate the symptoms. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. If this was helpful, drop me a heart in the comments, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I want to thank you for joining me on You Can't Handle the Truth today. And I hope you got a good laugh out of it because I know I did. And I will see you in the next one.